Hey guys, how's it going tonight? I just wanted to stop on here and make a video for you guys. First of all, thank you so much for the love and the encouragement that all of you have shown me in the past couple of days with going outward with this stuff about keto. I am super happy with the results that I have gotten so far. And that's why I wanted to share them with you. I really, like I said on my post, it was not going to share it because I didn't want people to think I was bragging or whatever, or look at me, look at me. But I had about 10 people stop me at church on Sunday and say, what are you doing? You look amazing. I need to know more about this diet or what you're doing. That being said, I realized that this is probably the best way for me to reach out to you to tell you about it, because I know lots of people have questions. I had questions too when I started, and the best way for me to do this is to put this all out here for you. So this way, if you know of anyone that's interested in it, you can send them my way and they can listen to this, and then hopefully this can answer some of their questions as well. First of all, let me start by saying this was not an easy decision for me to start. My friend approached me probably last year at this time and told me that he had started this keto diet. He knew I had struggled with my weight my entire life, knew I was not happy with the way that I looked, and he was finding success in this keto diet. And I turned him down right away. I was like, I can't do this. I like bread. I like cake, brownies, ice cream. How in the world am I going to do this? I have no self-control. Zero. So if you're like me and you have zero self-control, you can do this. I promise. Anyway, that being said, he kept not pushing, but kept encouraging me. He would give me updates on his weight loss. I could see the difference in him. And every now and then I'd ask him about it, and he'd be like, you can do this. Finally, in July, I was tired of it. I was fed up. I was like, what is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is I don't lose any weight. That's the worst. Well, it wasn't any better than what I was at anyway, because I wasn't losing weight where I was at anyway. So I decided to check it out. I jumped in with both feet, which is the best thing to do. I did a lot of research before I started, but realistically, I didn't find it that hard. Now, I realize this diet is not for everyone. Everyone is going to have different results. I follow Facebook pages as well in this, and people are losing like 25 pounds in a month. I didn't go that fast, and that's okay. Totally okay. I want to lose it slower because I want to keep it off. And that's the thing. This time, it's for real, and I want to keep it off. I don't want to gain it all back in a month, in a year, because I want to keep it off this time. And I am super motivated. So therefore, if this diet is not for you, that's fine. And this really isn't even a diet. This is a way of life. This is something that I will have to consciously choose to do for the rest of my life, which is why I love this diet, this way of eating, I guess I should say, because it's honestly, this is the easiest thing for me. I've done Weight Watchers in the past before, and that's a great way to lose weight. That's a great lifestyle as well. I have nothing bad to say about Weight Watchers, but here's the thing. I was still hungry. In this diet, I'm not hungry, because once you get fat adapted to it, you're not hungry anymore. You don't need calories to eat. Food is not, I'm not a prisoner of food anymore. Okay? But it's okay to mess up. And I'm here to say that too. I messed up plenty of times. I took off like 2 weeks for Christmas. I didn't lose any weight, but I didn't gain any weight either, because I was very careful of what I was still eating, even though I wasn't doing it completely over Christmas. That's the thing. I want to still enjoy things. If I want ice cream, I still want to have ice cream. I don't want to throw myself in wholeheartedly and then in 2 months fall off and have to have a bowl of ice cream and have French fries and have a milkshake and have all this stuff because I've deprived my body of this stuff for so long. But there again, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. And that's because my body has gotten the sugars out of it. And once your body gets rid of the sugars, you don't crave it anymore. I promise. Sugar is as addictive, if not more, than heroin. Did you realize that almost everything that we eat has some kind of sugar in it to make it taste better? So therefore, everything you're eating has sugar in it, which makes it addictive. Worse than heroin? Come on. What is that doing to our bodies? Now, I'm not here to judge. I'm not going to judge you at all because there again, I was there too. But once I had opened my eyes to this and this way of life, I realized what I was doing to my body. Now, a lot of people ask me about the foods that I eat, and that's what I'm going to go through next. There are tons of Pinterest recipes out there, lots of things. What I have found best for me to do is take the recipes that I serve my family every night and make them keto friendly. Now, whether that means that I add heavy whipping cream instead of milk and add butter instead of oil, that's one thing I can do. Now, last night I made fettuccine Alfredo for my family. I didn't eat the pasta. I made meatballs and I ate those. And I made a salad for myself. Now, the fettuccine Alfredo, I can eat everything that's in there. The Alfredo sauce, let me say. I can eat everything that's in there. I just have to use heavy whipping cream instead of milk. So sometimes I'll put it over chicken, or you can eat it with broccoli. You can have zucchini noodles. There's lots of different options. And especially in today's day and age, there's so much out there. Cauliflower rice is amazing. I don't even notice the difference. Cauliflower mash and broccoli mash, super, super yummy. Radishes replace the potatoes. You could fry them up like potatoes, and I was amazed at how much they taste like potatoes. But realistically, like I said, I don't miss those foods. I haven't had French fries since I've started, and I don't miss them. I'm starting month 8, people. I started July 24th of 2017. I've already been 7 months in February. Now I'm on month 8. So when I make my foods for my family, I try to keto-fy them as much as possible. But I always usually make them a starch because my family is not doing keto with me, and that's okay. I don't have a problem with that. They are not doing keto, so I make something for them that's a starch or something like that, and then I'll make myself something different. Now, whether that's extra vegetables and then I just eat green beans and they have potatoes and green beans and I just eat that, or if I make a salad for myself, or if I make broccoli. A lot of times I'll make cauliflower mash and then I'll make several servings. I'll freeze the rest into little individual serving containers, and then when I need it for a meal, I'll bring it out and then I have it. Same with the cauliflower rice. I'll make that a little bit at a time. That way I have extras for the next time. Same with soups. You can make keto soups and then freeze them in individual containers that way you can pull them out for your lunches, or if you just need a quick meal that the rest of your family can't eat. Obviously, the days we get pizza, I just get a salad. I can eat that. The big thing here with keto and with food, you can eat full fat foods because good fats are good for you. So full fat sour cream, heavy whipping cream, butter, cream cheese, peanut butter you can have as long as it's all natural. You can have that in moderation. So that's the one that's just crushed up peanuts and salt. Doesn't have a whole lot of sugar. Well, there's no sugar in it, so it's kind of bland, but you can add an approved sweetener to it, like Truvia, Swerve. Splenda has an erythritol natural sweetener that you can have. Splenda is on the line. Some people can't lose when they're on Splenda. I would not recommend it. I would stick to the Swerve, Truvia, Stevia, stuff like that. But that being said, I do not buy, you can make keto-fied foods that you find online. Bagels, breads, cheesecakes, fathead dough they call it, so you can make a pizza. I personally have never bought the almond flour to make it because it's expensive. And I've heard it has a weird texture to it. So I don't want to waste the money to buy it and then I don't like it. I would rather just live without it, and that's okay. There's lots of recipes to make like garlic bread sticks with mozzarella cheese and an egg and some Parmesan. Throw that in the oven and bake it. Those are really good. Making a pizza crust out of chicken, let's say the canned chicken that doesn't have any added sugar. that's an awesome idea as well. And that was really good. I've tried that as well. But I try to stick to the things that are easier and simple because those are the best for me. But if you need those keto-fied foods, that's fine as well. The biggest thing with the keto diet is you are eating 20 grams of carbs. I guess I should have started out with this, but that's okay. 20 grams net carbs a day. Now, net carbs is regular carbohydrates minus the dietary fibers. And if there's sugar alcohols in it, you can subtract those as well, or if there's erythritol in it. So like the Truvia that you buy, it has 3 carbs, but there's 3 grams of erythritol. So that would be 0. So like if you would buy, let's say, I'm trying to think of something that has dietary fiber in it. But when you look at your foods, you subtract the dietary fiber so that you know. Cheeses, a lot of times those are very low in carbs. Lunch meats are kind of risky. Some people are super duper strict with what they do. Keto also goes off of your macros, which I personally don't understand. I do this, what's called lazy keto. I don't track my macros because I track in my head the carbs that I'm eating, and because I'm eating only 20 carbs and because I'm not hungry and only eating when I'm hungry, therefore I'm eating less calories, because obviously you have to put less calories in to burn weight, to lose weight. If you're eating extra calories, then you're not going to lose weight even if you're eating these foods. So the 20 net carbs a day, you're eating high protein, low carb. The carbs that you are eating are pretty much only coming from the foods that you eat that have carbs in them. So that means if I want to have a donut, and obviously that would be way over, so let's not use that. But let's say, okay, a tortilla. A tortilla has about 20 carbs in it. There's a bunch of dietary fiber. If I subtract that out, could I eat that and then eat no carbs the rest of the day? Yes, but no, because that has wheat in it. And so that is not recommended on this way of life. Low carb, that would be approved. This way of life, you would not eat that because you're not eating any wheat, any sugars at all. So even if you find something and you're like, oh, well, it doesn't have many sugars in it, but there's sugar in it, it still doesn't count. Now, I have found that for me, even if I eat those things that have a little bit of sugar in them, it doesn't make a difference in my body and my weight loss, but everybody's different. I have noticed that having Splenda in my coffee was making me stall. So I stopped using it, and then I continued losing weight again. So that's the thing. It's going to kind of be a give and take on what works for your body best, and how your body responds to it. I also do not make my own salad dressings. Some people make their own salad dressings so that they don't have any added sugars in them. I buy the ones that have the lowest amount of sugars. Part of that's because I work full time, and the other part of that is I've never found a good recipe that's homemade that I like better than, say, Hidden Valley, or is it the Boathouse ones that are in the fridge section of the produce department. When you go to the produce department, you know how they have those fresh salad dressings. I don't know if is it Marzetti's or something like that, and Boathouse or whatever those are. But you're wanting the full fat versions. You're not wanting the light. Don't let the fat scare you, because you want those good fats, because that's what fills you up. If you're going to eat, so let's say you eat a donut and you, like 10 minutes later, you're like, well, I could eat another donut. They're sitting there staring at me. I'm going to eat one, because you're not full, because the sugar burns through you like that, where the fat is going to fuel your body and keep you full longer. So the more fats you eat, in the good fats, I'm saying now, the more fats you eat, the longer you're going to be full. So when I eat breakfast, if you've ever thought about this, if you've ever eaten 2 eggs for breakfast and maybe 2 pieces of bacon, it's going to hold you off a whole lot longer till lunch than maybe 2 pancakes were. Even if it was the same size of food or the same amount of food that you're eating, it's going to take longer for your body to burn off the eggs because they're so full of protein. And that's the thing. You can have eggs. I think 1 egg has like 0.75. So like 2 eggs is really like, you can have 3 eggs to be like 2 carbs. I mean, come on. So you can make deviled eggs because you can have mayo and salt and pepper. And And mustard is fine. So make a deviled egg. You can put eggs in your salad. So you can put eggs, and bacon is great for you. You can have pretty much as much bacon as you want. Who doesn't like bacon? But anyway, go online, research the foods that you can eat. There again, dairy is one of those sticky ones. Some people stall on dairy, some people don't. I don't have a problem with dairy. Some people do. All right, I know I'm giving you a ton of information, and I would love, love, love to hear back from you if you still have any questions about it. The biggest thing I'm going to recommend if you decide to start this way of life is measure yourself and take pictures. I regret I have no great pictures of when I started. I don't know what I was thinking. I take pictures all the time, and somehow I miss taking a picture of my start off. The only picture that I have is the one that I posted online of me, and there's 2 other people in the picture. So I'm kind of standing sideways. It's not a great full on picture of me, and I really regret that I don't have something. Not that it doesn't work, because it's still better than nothing, but I wish I had something better. I also wish I had pictures from like the front, the side, the back. Do those as well so you can see how your body is changing. Because here's the thing. I stalled for a whole month. I lost 20 pounds from July to the middle of October. So that would have been July to August, and then August to September. And then, no, 25 pounds, I'm sorry. And then the middle of October, so I lost 20 pounds pretty much a month up until the middle of October. I lost 0 weight, zero weight from the middle of October till the middle of November. But I went down a size in my pants and a size in my shirts. Even though I hadn't lost any weight, I was still losing inches. So there again, measure yourself. Measure from top to bottom. I didn't measure my arms. I didn't measure my neck. I should have measured my neck, because seriously, I have a neck now. Never had a neck before. But I didn't measure my legs. I did bust, waist, hips. Those are the biggest things that I had measured on myself. But if you want to do your legs or your arms, that's fine too. I am noticing more definition in my arms and my legs as well. But I just didn't take the time to measure that. So take pictures. That's why I take a lot of pictures now. That way I can look at them and I can see the difference. Because when I look in the mirror every day, I don't really see the differences, because I'm looking at myself in the mirror every day. When I look back at the pictures, I'm like, wow, I didn't realize how bad I actually was. I didn't realize how much the weight had crept on over the years, and how unhealthy I was. Not that I wasn't healthy before inside, but I was unhealthy. Like going to the doctor and looking at my blood work, I was healthy, but I wasn't healthy, because I was putting bad things into my body. Now, there again, I'm not trying to judge you. If this lifestyle is not for you, that is fine. I am trying to encourage you that this can be done. It is easier than I thought it was going to be, because once you get that sugar out of your system, like I said before, once you get that sugar out of your system, you really don't crave the sugar. Today, I was eating for lunch. I had a sugar-free Jell-O, and I was just eating it, and I was like, is this really sugar-free? I actually pulled the lid out of the trash can, people. Pulled the lid out of the trash can and looked, because I really didn't think it was sugar-free, because I couldn't tell the difference. I also bought something tonight at the grocery store and took a bite of it, and I'm like, oh, this has way too much sugar in it. I can't even eat it, which is a shame, because it was a lot of money. But I couldn't even eat it. It was something from the deli, and I didn't realize it had that much sugar in it when I bought it. I should have asked, but I didn't. I'm not going to eat it, because it's too sweet. So there again, the biggest things I'm going to give you today: check out Pinterest, because there's tons and tons and tons of recipes. If you want, I have some great Facebook pages that I follow. There's one especially for women that I love, because there's lots of people and encouragement on there as well. People ask questions. You can get questions answered, things like that. But I'm sure there's lots of other stuff out there that you can find. So you can check those out as well. Like I said, everybody's weight loss journey is that. It's a journey. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen tomorrow. You didn't gain the weight in one day. You're not going to lose it in one day. So don't get frustrated if you only lose 1 pound in a week, because guess what? You still are better off than where you were last week. So, and I have to tell myself that as well, because I struggle with, crap, I didn't lose any weight this week. What the heck? I really worked hard and I didn't lose any weight. But then I look back at my pictures and be like, well, wait a minute, my face is a little bit thinner. So I guess I did lose something this week. And there again, I'm better than I was last week. So all that being said, I would love to hear from you, love to hear your thoughts, love to hear your insight. If you have any more questions, I would love to answer them. I hope this was helpful. I hope it wasn't too like all over the place, because I really, really, really want to encourage you. I really want you to be helpful. I really want you guys to love this as much as I do and to have results. If you are having results from it, or if you've done this and love it as much as I do, I want to hear from you too. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for your encouragement, and keto on, people.